Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday morning here. Steve's joining us. If anybody else wants to jump on, we are now live and happy to answer any questions and I go over anything that you got that you're thinking about. And yeah, so a little announcement tomorrow at I think we're going to do 2 p.m. PST. We are going to go over a full setup and walkthrough of the loyalty and reward system, and we're gonna go through some ideas on how to customize it for any niche that you're working with and what you need to do, where you want to move things. Because one of the things that we found as we've added more things into the system is just trying to figure out what is the best approach for the niche that you're working in. So, for example, a restaurant is going to be different from a home service contractor, right? So, home service contractor is probably going to be more interested in referrals, while the restaurant might be more interested in loyalty cards, loyalty points, repeat business kind of thing, right? So there's a couple different directions that you can go. And then we also have the loyalty card system as well, in addition to the points and the redemptions and all that kind of stuff. So you can decide which direction you want to take it with the business that you're working with. And that's the whole point of where we're trying to go with the whole niche snapshots, of making it so that it's easy to deploy for the customers that you're working with. And the more knowledge I can give you guys about that and help you guys get up on the path to success here, the easier it's going to be to deploy this for the different customers. And the more you know about, which system is going to be right for the industry that you're working with. So again, for example, like if you're talking about like a bakery, retail shop, coffee shop, something like that, you may want to go to the loyalty card side of things, where it's like a digital punch card, and the customers can get punches and all that kind of thing. And when they get 10, either you give them a free product or you give them a bunch of points that they can then go into the reward system and redeem for other things. Um, we also have the promotions manager that is part of the loyalty and reward system, which allows you to create coupons, create info products, create events, create a bunch of things that way, to send out as SMSs or text messages or emails to a VIP club, within that whole sphere of loyalty and rewards. So people can earn coupons, earn points, and then redeem them. And then, they either get the discount there, or you can even give them points for checking in. So there's so many different ways of being able to roll this system out. And I know it kind of makes your head swim, because it's like you have so many different avenues that you can go down. And what we want to do is generate those recipes for you so that it's easier for you to go in and deploy. So what we're laying out with that for tomorrow is going to be we're laying out, what do you call it? It's going to be, sorry. I started chatting, but then I just started thinking about something, is that I should grab the invite link and post it in the group here too. So if anybody wants to join, they can totally do that here as well. So just give me 1 second before I go and do that. I'm going to pop this in the group, or pop this in here. Um, and then I'll come back to the thought that I just had, if that's cool. Just, yeah, I kind of jumped into what was on my mind without making sure that everybody can get in easily. So let's go here. And we're going to, okay, well, we got the link right there already anyways. So we'll just go like add everyone. And feel free to join us today. So Mike just posted in the group. He said, hello, Jason. And hey, Mike, how you doing? Hoping you're having a good day. Feel free to jump on if you want. Click the link above and go and get into that, get into the Zoom link there and join us. Or feel free to stick around there and chat too. So, yeah, what I was thinking was that there's just a bunch of different ways that everybody can get into the loyalty and reward system. And I'd like to go step by step on how you can easily set it up, from figuring out which system is going to be best for your customer demographic, your niche, what systems they're going to use and how we can deploy those, and then going into what kind of points to offer, and then also because 99% of this is just figuring out a few things beforehand, which direction you want to go, and then loading those pieces in place. So once you load those pieces in place, you really just have to install the snapshots and then fill out the custom values, and you're pretty much ready to go. But getting to that point can be the daunting thing of like, how do we deploy this or integrate it into a system that we already have. So we'll go over each one of those things, and if you want to jump on and have your niche idea of how you want that system to function inside of your customers or your loyalty and rewards program, I'm excited to do that with you. So I know there's a bunch. We have so many different ones. We got people who own smoothie shops, MLM businesses. We've got local companies who want to do like a directory service type thing and deploy that out for multiple types of businesses, all inside the same kind of underneath the same brand. So you can have multiple businesses under the same loyalty program, and they can share that or create some kind of VIP club for restaurants, for bakeries, breweries, pubs, that kind of thing, and creating a discount reward or rewards and loyalty system for retail businesses. Home service businesses would love the referral program and be able to have people redeem coupons. We just finished up the alpha stage of the Tango integration. So now we've got it set up so that you can create a webhook inside of any of your automations and send out a gift card. So a money gift card like to Amazon or Starbucks or anything like that. So that is mostly done, but we're just testing it out with a few systems here just to make sure that it's working properly. And yeah, there's so many different avenues that we can go with loyalty and rewards so that we can keep customers coming back versus, what a lot of people have is just a punch card. So, next steps are like, what can we do for gamification and everything? Yeah, so that's kind of my update for kind of where we're at, what's going to go on tomorrow. I'm going to post a link to a form in the group right or into the chat here right now. I'll even post it in the comments in our group too, so that if you want to join the workshop tomorrow, you can. Let me do one thing before I go and do that. Just make sure the automation is hooked up to the form. I'm going to build a landing page for it. Right now, it's really just a save your seat type thing for save your seat for the workshop tomorrow. So I think that's it right there. That's one I just created. So I'll grab that and then I'll put the link in here for you. Registration form selected, and let's see. Loyalty and rewards workshop reminder. Grab that for you. Yeah, so we're just using the webinar registration recipe from High Level, which is kind of cool. Kind of sets up a few things for us. And then going to let me grab the form and I'm going to post that in the group and in chat right now so that you guys can save a seat for tomorrow. What did I call it again? Right there. And all right, here, we're going to post this. I'm going to post this in chat if Steve wants to join up because he's the only one in the chat here today. But I'm going to also post this in the group in comments here too. So I'll put weird, I went in there twice. So let's go edit job registration for to set up configure loyal. Loyalty and rewards for any niche. Okay, we're all right. So we got that. That's in the group there. It's weird. Every time I hit enter or something like that in Facebook here, it's making like duplicates and triplicates of everything that I just did there. So yeah, we will totally record. We'll have a total recording of the workshop tomorrow so that and even if you don't have loyalty and rewards right now, you feel free to jump in to register there, tag yourself so that you can get the replay or have any questions answered that you want. Actually, I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't tested the link, so I'm hoping it works properly. It should. There, at least I'll be able to collect everybody's info. GHL Power Tools loyalty and reward registration. Super simple, honestly. So what happened? What I spent like an hour putting together the landing page for it to have a bunch of information, make it all look really good, and then yeah, like sometimes happens with high level. I went to go hit save, and then it was like, nope, can't save, can't save your work, can't save all the work that you did. And I was like, oh man, okay. So I put it all on a note. So now we're down to this. We're down to we're nothing fancy, literally a form, fill it out, phone name, phone number, email. And we'll make sure that you get on the list and send you updates about that. So yeah, that sometimes happen. I was talking to my kids about that the other day, just about putting so much work into something. He was building Lego and probably spent 4 hours building Lego, and then and then uh and then it crashed on him. He broke it or whatever, and all the pieces fell apart. And I was like, you know what? That's life. There's been so many times I worked on graphics and design and posters and stuff for clients where you say you're in Photoshop building something for like 6 hours, getting each thing on the poster, the print design and everything perfect, and then your computer crashes and you're like, oh man, I just lost 4 hours of my life. But it's okay. Just remembering to get over that and going through. So usually it's easier to get back to where you start, where you ended up because you already know all the decisions you made. So just a little setback, but it's all good. So yeah, I don't I think what I can do here today is give you a little bit of I don't know, Steve, do you have any questions today or just
Yeah,
hanging out?
I had one quick question,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
and it's actually embarrassing, um, because it's probably so freaking simple. But I've been using everything for myself. Like I've never used it for. I'm about to set people up, right? I've
Yeah.
never done that before. So my question is really in the email. Like I've got people who want me to start like setting up accounts for them, and when I set my own email up in Go High Level, I'm going into like Gmail, let's say, and verifying it's me. So now, how do I do that for them? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? How do you get people on? How do you get people email in their system? Am I using their email? Should I not be using their email? Should I be using a different email?
Um, so what I would typically do for that is probably just forward any communication that they get through there. I know you said you weren't I think you had it set up so that you weren't giving them access to the back end, but what
Right.
you might want to do um for it is give them access maybe to the app or give them access to something where they don't have to have like sync through their thing. So what you could do, so you're going to send out emails from their system. So you're going to need to have either it's a subdomain or something like that set up so that you can send out emails nicely through high level because Gmail and YouTube are not YouTube, but I think it's like Apple Mail and everything like that, or Yahoo and all that kind of thing, are going to be requiring a branded domain for sending from. So I think you can even use a subdomain in order to do that. So that's where I would start is I know you have a referral rabbit. So what I would do with referral rabbit is have like set up a subdomain and a CNAME for that email service. And that'd be the first step. But I would just set it up as, instead of having their own domain, I would have like Bob dot um what is it? Dot referral rabbit. So right here we have
Right.
replies.thinkbigstudios.ca as our main email through here. And this is through Mailgun, but Lead Connector still uses Mailgun, so it's the exact same thing. But you would have something that would be like m dot bob dot referralrabbit.com kind of thing.
Okay.
And set that up first, just so that when you're sending emails, because I know there's a whole notification and everything that went out that says um, they're going to want branded domains set up for to and then DMARC and stuff like that too. So I should do a little training on how to do DMARC. I'll do that at the end of today here. Go through that depending on what kind of time we have. Marco's jumping in here. And then so first thing I would do there, and then when you're doing that, I think you can go to is it email settings, email services, somewhere in here, reply and forward settings. Just forward any communication they get to their email address here without
Okay.
doing a full. I think you can also have it like fully sync with their Gmail account, but I don't think you need to. I think you can have it, any contacts that come into their system, have the emails that come in through their, either whether it's a chat widget or that form, send them a notification to their own email address. So you don't have to um so let's say, for example, somebody hits reply on an email
Right.
that comes
Got
in.
it. I got it. I got it.
It's
Yeah.
going to, it'll send them a notification to their own email, right? That's one thing. Notifications that you set up in your automation can go directly to that customer, or to that client. So you don't need to
Correct.
you can actually, so the inside of your automation and system, what you can do is, instead of, you don't have to create this every time, but just create one workflow. Let's go, I'm just going to go here into this one. And if I do an internal notification, I can say what type of notification I want, email, and then I can go to user type. And instead of picking a user, an assigned user, I can just go custom email. And then I can put the customer's email address right in there. So then what will happen is anytime they get referral. I was like referration, well, no, referral. Every time they get a referral, it'll send them an email with the referral's contact information and everything there to their own email address. So you don't have to do anything with Gmail or integrations or anything like that if you're simply just sending them emails and notifications. The other option is giving them access to the back end, but really only letting them see like conversations and contacts, so they
Okay.
can't go in and mess around with things. And the
Right.
way that you do that, I'm not sure if you know that, but if you go into staff and you go to create a new employee, under permissions, you can turn all this stuff off,
Right.
right? So
Yep.
they can see contacts and they can see conversations
Yep.
and nothing else, kind of thing.
So
And then you might want to play
when
with that about what
okay.
they all get access to. But now when this person logs in, they're only going to see contacts and conversations.
Right. When you did the subdomain, there's no need to do any warm up of the email at that point, or do I need to do a warm up if I create a new email on a
No,
subdomain?
I don't think so, because you're not sending high volume out. Like you're not sending they're going to be, the way yours is set up is you're going to be sending, the warm up is generally starts out at sending 100 emails an hour,
Oh well, yeah, that never
100
happened.
emails an
Yeah,
hour, right? That's
yeah,
how warm up starts. If you went back to Mailgun has like a warm up guide, and I think High Level had it there somewhere as well. But it was like day one, send out 100 emails an hour. Day two, you can send out 200 emails an hour. Day three, you can send out 300 emails an hour, kind of thing. And then after like a week or two, then you could be up to like 10,000 emails in a day, kind of thing, or whatever. that you're warming your system up to. But if we're not doing that kind of volume, I wouldn't even really worry about it, since you're just going to be using it for confirmations and saying thank you and that kind of stuff. You're not going to have any issues with it.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, like I
Maybe
said,
since I just mentioned DMARC, maybe I'll show you what we've done in the past for DMARC as well. Because I know that's going to be a thing coming up here in February. I go to you can go to dmarc.org. We had this built into our subdomain manager before, and I'm surprised High Level doesn't have it built into their system. But you can go, maybe it's under resources. Let me go to deployment tools. So I guess there's a bunch of different ones. I thought they had one right on dmarc.org. Yeah, this one will probably work here. So you put in your email address or your domain name, and then so let's go. I know I haven't set up this one. .ca there, and then let's go Canada because I'm in Canada. Then we can go find record. Invalid domain name.
www.
So it'll say no DMARC. And then you can go through the steps and create your DMARC here. I usually go just do the default stuff. Where do you want aggregate reports? So this is, yeah. So what you can do is you can set up. Oh, these guys will actually go through. I've never actually used Agari here before, but you can go through and it will. They want an email address of where you're going to send stuff. So what I would usually do is go if I have Gmail, I'd go RUF, I think it is. So that's your aggregate report at or it'd be Jason at OKLocal, whatever. Jason plus RUF at oklocal.ca because I have this going through Gmail, but you can set up a different sub account or a different email address for those. And then I think you can use the same one for each one and then just keep going through the questions here and it'll ask you what you want to set up. So this one is actually way quicker than one that I did before. I'm going to see if I can find the other one because I feel like it had more questions. For DMARC. Here, and I had it bookmarked. There's one that I really liked using and it worked well. Um, of course, I've got like 800 different, like I was just looking through here, and I've got so many different bookmarks to everything. So then it's just like where is the thing that you want? I'm not really sure, but I'll find it. And you know what? A good place to start is that dmarc.org. I know that's a good one. I feel like they also have a generate DMARC generator. I just want to see if I can find the one that I used to use. I don't think it's any of those. And maybe dmarc.org got rid of their generator before too, but they're all basically the same. You put in your domain name, do a search, it'll ask you. So this one looks like it's kind of cool where it's all on the same page. The one that I like, the reason why I like the other one because it just gave you recommendations on it gave you recommendations on what to do. Yeah, I think any of them will work though, but you basically just need to go and create the DMARC Yeah, there's the Agari again. Anyways, yeah, you basically just go through. So we just went through that Agari one. It gives you two pieces of code that you drop into your DNS information. So same way you would set up a CNAME or whatever, you put a text record for the DMARC, and then um like if we go back to here like, again, I'll just fill it out real quick. You just grab those two records and put it into your system. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ones. Trading. Uh, this is kind of a nice one. So this is where I would do Jason plus CA. Weird. It's not invalid, but those are two times. Okay, we're gonna do Jason. And then we'll go next. No, usually I say no. Um, this one's pretty good. So you can just go relax, default. So I mean, you can set them as different. So what the DMARC does is it just gives a policy, whether it accepts or rejects email, um, from different systems based on your domain name. And if somebody tries to do a spoof or tries to send to an email address that isn't in your system, how does it handle it? Where do those reports go and all that kind of stuff? I'm going to say no different policy for subdomains so that you just have one person email. Do you want to apply this to? Yeah, let's just create the record here. So what you then do is go into your oh, look at this one. This one doesn't even have anything. It's interesting that the different generators will give you different stuff. Like I feel like the other one that I have that's in Cloudflare right now has a few different things in there, but it's all fairly similar. All we're changing really is basically where are the reports going to, and they just want to kind of know that you are monitoring for stuff like that. So you create the text record, you put this is your host, this is your text, this is your value, and you drop that in there, and you basically have a DMARC record now. And I'm surprised that High Level doesn't have it system built in. And one of the things that we did when we had our with the subdomain manager before High Level changed all their domain stuff and everything was that we just created a generic one and dropped it into your system for you, so that you didn't have to worry about it. Just it helps to deliver your email deliverability and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, here. Here's the link. I would just start here, dmarc.org. That's probably the best place to start for setting that up. Um, and because it's just got tons of information. It explains what it all is as well. But it makes sense. So when you're sending out emails, the big things that you want to do is make sure that your emails are all your stuff with your emails is well, I'm going to say congruent. I like that word for it. It's just that it's all the same, right? So when we're sending emails from workflows, make sure you're using that subdomain that you created, right? Don't create a subdomain to send emails like m.referralrabbit.com, but then send it from just referralrabbit.com. So make sure you're at Bob, like you do Bob or Steve. Let's say Steve. We'll use your name, Steve at m.referralrabbit.com, which would be say the subdomain that you set up for Referral Rabbit. Make sure you're sending emails from there and you're not sending emails from just referralrabbit.com or something at gmail.com, because then your sending address plus the email address, the reply to email address, it's all going to be different because your reply to is going to be that steve at m.referralrabbit.com. But if you're sending it from a different address, it's going to be like steve at gmail.com, reply to steve at m.referralrabbit.com. And then in the eyes of email systems, that's going to look like spam. kind of thing. So if you have the same email address and the same reply to address and everything like that from your entire system, then it's just gonna be way more congruent, right? It's all using the exact same address throughout your entire system. So it doesn't look funky. And then that's where the DMARC comes in. Make sure you have DMARC. I think with high level, you have to set up the DKIM and SPF, the SPIF thing as well, which is just part of their Milligan's registration program anyways. So that's does that answer your question about email?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
Basically,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I thought
I wouldn't have them
take
go
all
in
their
and
email
make it.
and just have to go into their email account. It means I need their password to sign into, and it just seemed like really sloppy and just
Yeah,
made it.
it's too much, or like I mean, yeah,
So
yeah,
basically,
I wouldn't do that.
all these agencies that are working for other people are doing this kind of system, not really using they're not really using the email. Oh no, I guess not. No, it's backwards. They're actually giving control to the whole back end, so that that person can on their own go in the privacy of their own room and don't have to get handed off to anybody. So they could actually do it that way. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
so if you're doing full SaaS mode, you've got training in here that says, okay, go set up your email address, right? Add in a domain name, do that kind of thing. So, and it really depends on and how you have your system set up. We do a lot of services still for our clients, run Facebook ads, social media marketing, stuff like that. For customers setting up their promotions, setting up their back end programs. So a lot of times we'll use subdomains just to get them up and running faster too, so that we're not a lot of back and forth. Because I mean, I've been doing this for like probably like 18 years now, building websites and doing all that for customers. And what happens is it's almost the most frustrating part is just
Waiting
trying to
for
get
us.
them to go into their DNS and
Yeah.
add the information, or
Mhm.
asking them to give you the username and password for their DNS information so that you can get access to their system. But they send you their Gmail login, they send you their WordPress login, they send you, and they're like, I have no idea where our thing is registered. And then you do a little bit of research and you're like, okay, well, this is where it's registered. You have the login for that. And they're like, nope. so or they went and built their website in Wix or something like that previously, and they have their domain names registered through Wix, and then there's a whole hoop that you have to jump through for adding the DNS entries and stuff like that, and everyone's always different to each system. So we found it, especially if we just want to get customers up and running fast, is set up a couple generic domains that kind of are branded to your agency, and then add their customer's name in front of it, kind of thing. So we have
Okay.
our high level here, we call it Fresh Leads Pro, but we have like freshlp.com kind of thing where and then we'll put their name in front of it, so that it's just easy to do.
Okay.
And same with
Okay.
email addresses and stuff, because it's all going into high level, so they're not going to get it, and it's not going to matter. And if we do anything else, we do what I just described to you. Send them a notification with the contact information and everything that they need for that customer, so they can just email them directly from their system.
Cool. All right. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
That's right.
You might even want to just give them access to the Lead Connector app as
Right.
well, and then they don't have to get into here. They can just communicate and contact and stay in contact with anybody who comes through that app.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna jump. I don't
Yeah,
think
no
I'm gonna time.
problem.
I don't think I'll have time to watch it tomorrow, but I definitely want to watch the video on that rewards program thing.
Yeah,
Nice.
or we've had a few requests of just like, how do we put it together? And we put together a few lately, but really it's just kind of a little bit of planning up front of how you get your system set up, and then you're good to go.
How'd your meeting go with that restaurant?
Oh, good. We have good. We got all our promotions, and that was another thing with their domain name, was getting the DNS entries and stuff set up for them was took a little bit longer, but we ended up getting it all done. But yeah, all good. We're up and rolling with promotions and everything like that. We've got a few different campaigns going, and they've got In the last week, they probably got about 100 subscribers come in. So that's all good.
Well,
Yeah, and we haven't
um,
really started promoting it yet. Like they just been doing in-house, and they actually did a flyer campaign, and they did a couple events in-house too, where they just had people register, and we got a birthday campaign going and the promotions campaign and all that kind of stuff. So it seems to be going really well.
All right. All right. I'll speak to you soon. Be well.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Talk to you later. Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Had a little bit of not enough coffee this morning, so it's like sitting
I'm,
here just
I'm,
like I
I'm
don't
getting
think
on
I
the
had enough
back
coffee, and
channel
then I
now.
just before the meeting here, I like probably half an hour before, 20 minutes before, I chugged my coffee and I feel remarkably better. I'm like, why
Yeah,
do
I
I
think
feel so
I think I'm
tired, and
over
why
five.
is one of those things where you're like, I don't even know if I want to do this call today. I'm like, and then I chug my coffee and then I'm like, I feel great. Let's do it. Let's go.
What's going on,
Yep.
man? Any new stuff you thought about? I don't know.
Um,
Do everything. What time are we on for tomorrow?
Oh, we're gonna do. I'm shooting. I decided. I think I'm gonna go for 2 p.m. 2 p.m. PST. I put it. I put a link in the chat here as well where you can register for it just to get a reminder of the call tomorrow. 2 p.m. PST, which is 5 p.m. Eastern, or else it was gonna be like a weirder time of between like 4 and 6 Eastern or something like that. And I know 2 p.m. seems to be like a decent time. So gonna do that. And then we'll get I've been putting together some documents to help us to help everyone kind of walk through and I kind of described at the start of the video of or today's call. How do we decide which loyalty program is going to work best for our customers? Because we have a few different options, right? So how do we set that up and then how do we add in we'll go through all the things of like here's how you if you want to give points after somebody gives you a review, how do we go and do that? How do we add the webhook in there to give points after somebody gives a review? How do we add people into the back end point system and how to give them more points and all that kind of stuff. But then how do we set up the loyalty card the way that we want, the promotions the way that we want, that kind of thing, and how do we utilize the whole system? And because it is kind of like an a la carte type thing right now, I think it would be great just to walk through and decide first which modules do you want to use, and then how do you put that piece together?
That sounds awesome, man. That sounds awesome.
That is my plan anyway. So a little bit of work to do before tomorrow, but I think it's gonna be all good. So yeah. So yeah, have you had a chance to play around with the system over the weekend?
A little bit. I had a lot of webinars and stuff I was doing and kind of doing a bit of internal accounting.
Okay.
Just kind of getting all the as eager as I am to launch, I have to get all the social medias, up to date, on the English side, and then I've been making some pages for the Mexico side. So it's kind of like everything is double.
All right.
right,
Yeah.
right. So like I started going into like all of the there is quite a bit of email or SMS like templates for responses and stuff like that, which I have to do all in Spanish as well.
Yeah,
But besides that, everything great.
yeah,
Just
especially
on
when you get into the
training.
review system and stuff like that. When you're taking everything and converting it into Spanish, it's there's a lot of little pieces there for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wonder if there'd be I don't know of a different way, an easier way of converting that, other than it just being manual.
See, for example, there is this tool that I've been using with Nathan, but that's on his front end. I don't know if it'll. I think it should work with Go High Level. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Cool. We install it over here. Where to go? It's I think they charged it's free for 2 languages, and it's been working quite well.
And what is
Now
it?
I don't know. It's like a plugin. Hold on,
Okay.
it's coming. It's some type of plugin, I guess. I mean, it's like I don't know. It's like a I think Jason called it, it's like a domain wrapper or something. Hold on, it's coming. It's amazing how much shit you have in the back. Oh, yeah. Jeez, that for that. How's the family? Everybody doing good?
Yeah, everybody's doing good. We had a crazy sports weekend with tournaments and whatever, but it's all good. What was I thinking? I've got another meeting starting in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to close down here in a couple minutes. But yeah, if you have any info on that, definitely pass it over. Um, so you had a wrapper basically on how to on it was like on the front end for for changing languages in high level, or what is it?
Yeah, that's what I understood. I don't know if it's on, it's really on, it's just a code you put on the body and it'll translate it for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of neat too. I wonder if it'd be like if it do Google Translate and you could do like a Gmail thing or like a Google thing and then drop in a piece of code in there to translate the page.
That's exactly what what he was doing, but oh, for some
Neat.
reason I'll get back to you. I'll look for it.
All
Same thing
right.
happened to you with
What's that?
the damn bookmark. I said the same thing you mentioned a while ago when you
Too many.
needed
Too many
so
bookmarks.
many on the damn bookmarks. Now I can't find it, but all right.
Uh,
Okay, so tomorrow if you get I didn't maybe because I joined a little bit later, I didn't get that link
I didn't send it out an
for the
email
reminder.
yet. I just put it in chat in on the Facebook group, so I'll send that out via email here to everybody shortly. So that if you want
All
to
right, my man.
register for the thing tomorrow, then it'll be easy to do. Just to get a notification anyways, with the Zoom link. So yeah, and then I'll have a whole ideally we'll have a whole system to go through here so that it makes sense and it's a little bit easier to go through, and then we'll get feedback and make things better. So we always do.
Sounds like a plan, man. Thank you very
All
much.
right. All right, man. You take care. I hope everybody else has a great rest of their Tuesday. I'm going to jump off because I do have a meeting in about 5 minutes. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow and on Thursday. All right. Talk to you guys later.
All right,
Bye.
man.